Okay, hi. I'm making this recording. It's a work session. So you're going to watch me work. I will talk through what I'm doing. This is kind of just maybe a little bit more detail than what I give on Blab, because I'm trying to keep Blab moving and all of this. And this, I want you to really kind of understand, I guess, a little bit deeper what I'm doing. And I don't know how long I'm going to do this, but just watch a whole work session, including me answering mail and how I address them and just the whole thing. Like right now, I'm in the middle of a couple of conversations via messaging system. So you'll be a part of that, and I'll explain how things are going. Right now, though, I've got just your basic job. And so let me go on over to Fiverr here so you can see the job I'm doing here. Let me get to it. That's not it. That's actually, I was in the middle of a conversation. So it's going to be this one right here. $50 job, 1 day and commercial use. And yeah, so just a clean commercial style voiceover, thanks in advance. So this is your typical Bob Doyle fare. And this is called Auto Gutter. Is that right? Auto Gutter. So hold on one sec. Oops, wait a minute. I meant to, sorry. Create a file. Now let me go over to Audition, sorry. And create Auto Gutter. Alrighty. Are you frustrated with mounting repairs due to leaves or debris that settles in the cowl of your car? Are ultraviolet rays damaging the interior of your car? Have you wondered how to fix that? Well, look no more. The Auto Gutter windshield and rearview window cover protects your car from unwanted leaves and debris that accumulates and causes rust in crevices under the hood of your car that can get into your air conditioner evaporator and can cause mold in your air intake filter, which affects the airflow while you drive. The Auto Gutter cover helps you keep the Auto Gutter cover helps to keep the interior of your car like new by protecting your dashboard and steering wheel from harmful ultraviolet rays. Compact and portable, the Auto Gutter cover works perfectly for everyday use. It's easy to install and accessorizes your car while you're parked under a tree or out in the sun at long-term parking lots. Don't throw your money after pesky avoidable repairs. Instead, accessorize your car with the Auto Gutter windshield and rearview window covers and save today. All right. That first paragraph had a very long sentence in it. Don't know if you noticed that. But Auto Gutter cover helps to keep the Auto Gutter cover helps you keep the. All right. The Auto Gutter cover helps. All right. That's it for that. Just trimming off the front and the back, and then I'm doing normalize. So let me explain what normalizing is. Normalizing basically looks at your file at whatever level it was recorded and will bring it all, basically take the highest peak, however loud you got, and bring it to whatever level you tell it to. So if my recording level was low and I normalize, I always normalize to -3 dB. And you can do that in Audacity as well. So you normalize to -3 dB for everything. So if it's too loud, it'll bring it down. If it's not soft enough, if it's too soft, it'll bring it back up. Now, right now it looks pretty close. So when I click apply, yeah, you can hardly tell any movement. That's because my microphone levels and all that are set just right. So it basically records already like that. I can't tell if this is a clap. No, it's not. Okay. Wow. I got the volume up on my internal speaker. Sorry. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, excuse me. You can't see the window, unfortunately, but it pops up when I hit a certain control, some keyboard keys here. It pops up a filter from a company called Isotope, and they have something called the RX is the program, and it's all about cleaning up noisy audio. And it's kind of overkill for what we're doing here, but we bought it, so I'm using it. So I'm running their Dialogue Denoiser, which basically goes through the file. It analyzes the file on the fly and says, okay, this is what's voice basically, and this is what's background noise, and it takes out the background noise. So if there was an air vent or something in the background, it just takes it out. Now, there's other ways that other software, including Audacity, does this. Normally, it involves taking what's called a noise print. So you find a place in your file, and we'll go over it, place in your file that is indicative of the noise that you might hear in the background. The program learns that noise and then goes through the entire file and removes that noise. It's pretty cool. This dialogue denoiser thing just makes it super automatic and very, very easy, and I don't have to take a noise print or anything like that. Okay, so now this was just a regular. I better make sure. Let's go back to Fiverr real quick and make sure. Yeah, it is just an MP3 file. So save it as an MP3. Auto gutter. Boom, boom. And then deliver. So go back over to Fiverr. And so you click on deliver order. And then again, with the quick response. Now I'll go through, I guess at some point what I'll do is I'll take these and make a document that shows you what each one of these says. And then if you feel like it's appropriate, you can just copy them or whatever and put them in. But these are, you're going to find yourself answering the same questions over and over again sometimes, or typing the same phrases over and over again. And these quick responses save you a ton of time. So for example, whenever I make a quote, I'll say, if they ask for a quote and it's 414 words or whatever, I'll say, okay, well, 414 words would be 9 gigs or $45. And then I tack onto it just by clicking that first one from the drop-down list. It says delivered in 2 or 3 days unless you need guaranteed delivery time of 24 hours, which is blah, blah. Basically presenting them with the option to have it done overnight, but without having to type that every single time. Okay. So let me delete this. And then when I deliver the job, I always choose this one, which is called If You're Happy, Close. And it just says, here you go. If you're happy with it, I'd like you to accept it and rate it, because the sooner they do that, the sooner the money goes into the clearing process and the sooner you get paid for it. And then I also clarify, if they need any revisions of any kind, please submit a formal request for modification, because what sometimes they'll do is they'll just update the order and say, hey, it was great, except this. And the problem with that is that message, that reminder that something needs to be done, does not show up in your to-do list. And so it's very easy to lose that or forget about it unless you're going to act on it right in that moment. So I urge them to please submit a formal request for modification rather than simply updating the order. Otherwise, your request may get lost and result in a delay. So you're just covering your bases there. And I forgot to add the file. So let's do that. Go to my folder. I don't think you can see any of this, but I'm choosing the file. It's uploading, and then I click deliver, and that's it. And you'll find that if you ever do jobs with multiple files, it takes a little longer for the actual delivery process to go through. And so that's it. So that's ready to go. And now I go back to my dashboard and just keep on going down. Now I've got a message, so I generally try and check those as they come in. Sometimes Fiverr, like it said I had a message, and I click to go to it, and it says my inbox is empty because for whatever reason, Fiverr erroneously marks that as being read. It's still there. So I'm going to click on that little message thing, and all it says is it's okay. So what's happening here is I'm having a conversation around the script that he wants a quote on. So the script is 917 words, but I went through it because I think we had some proofreading problems with a previous version of the script. There's still a few problems, so I'm just letting him know that and asking some questions so that once I sit down to record, I know what I'm doing and all of that. And I haven't even quoted the job yet, so I'm going to do that right now, and you can see what's happening. So I don't think you're going to be able to see this calculator either. No, but what I do is now for some of it you get to understand. Like I can look at 917 words and know that that's a $95 job because I've done the math so many times with my particular rate. But basically, I would take 900 and what did I say? What did I say? Sorry. 917 words. So 917 divided by 50, because that's the number of words per gig, and then it comes up 18.34. So I round up. So I say 900. Now, I'll do it. I'll create the offer. So I'm going to go into the gig, which is read my voice, read with a smooth male voiceover. And I'm just going to write 917 words dash 19 gigs, $45, and then that, I can't do it here. I can't do that. Normally what I'm going to do, in fact, you know what, I'm not going to, I'm not gonna go ahead and post the order here because I want to make sure that unless he says, let me just go back and look how quickly he needs it. Yeah, so he didn't say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type this message here, and then I'm going to say 917 words is 19 gigs or $45, and then I'm going to click in this unless you need it. So delivered in 2 or 3 days unless you need that. So I go boom, send, and then he'll say, hey, I need it tomorrow. It's no big deal, and then I'll send the quote again, and then I can get started on the job. Once he submits the payment for it. So now let's go back. Now this here was, I know, a revision to a previous order. He said there were some pronunciation errors, and I guarantee you, Dutchtown and St. Amant High School, St. Amant, Santa Ma. Okay, and then he provided an audio, so let's listen. Let's try listening again.
Dutchtown and Santa Ma High Schools.
So that's
Santa Ma.
All right, so that's apparently all I need to say, except he didn't give me any context. So what I need to do to get back to it is, do you just want me to read these words, or can you provide the entire sentence they came from? I don't have the script here, so I need some context. And hopefully he'll just write back fairly shortly. Okay, and now this was one. Now this is one of my regulars. I never have to do revisions for them, but every now and then they get a difficult client. He even says it's a difficult client. Sorry, the client didn't provide the correct pronunciation for their company name, and didn't give me any instruction on the read, and they wanted it 30 seconds, and there wasn't nearly enough copy to do that. So there were several problems right up front, and I was in communication the entire time. As soon as I saw that it was going to be short, I contacted him, and I actually said, this is only coming in at 25. If I read it slow enough to hit 30, it's going to drag. How do you want me to proceed? So trying to prevent what actually happened, which was a rejection of the thing. But now I find out that they're just kind of difficult anyway. So then I had to, they needed it between 25 and 30. So then I had to read it again, and it was slower. And then they came back, he doesn't sound peppy enough. Well, there's not enough words to keep a pace that's going to sound peppy. So that's kind of what you're up against sometimes. In this case, he said something like, if we need to add more words or him to drag out the VO, he could say this. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to go to the script, which you won't be able to see, but I'm going to add that line to the bottom of it. Although they're going to not like that because the last line they already have has the same line already. This is whatever. Every now and then, see, you get one of these. This would be so easy, but it's not. So let me go back over to Audition here, and we'll create, whoops, sorry, wrong one. Rorik 2.
Looking for the advantage when purchasing a new car? Get the Rorik Advantage. Shop any Rorik location to receive a lifetime complimentary engine warranty, lifetime complimentary oil changes, lifetime complimentary state inspections, service visit loaners and car washes, and our 3-day return policy. That's the Rorik Advantage. Drive in today for all the details and experience the difference. The Rorik Automotive Group. Experience the difference.
See, they said experience the difference twice, and I know they're not going to like that. But that brings it up to 29. So we'll see. We'll see what they do. I'm going to go ahead and normalize. I'm going to go ahead and apply the denoiser, and then I'm going to save Rorik 2. And now, of course, I'm going to make a little bit of a note along with this delivery. Let's see. Let's go back to Fiverr. And I'm going to deliver. Whoops, not auto gutter. Wait a minute. I guess I didn't. Oh, sorry. I need to I didn't even notice I was trying to overwrite a file that I'd already written. So, okay, so Rorik 3. And, oh, no, I'm not going to do a quick response here. I'm going to type something out. I will say, here you go. It's kind of a standard. They said I could add that last line, but it repeats experience the difference, and I'm not so sure they're going to like that. But we do need more words to make it 30. Hopefully this peppiness will be sufficient. I got to get rid of that auto gutter file that was up there. Okay. So delivering. And now we go back to the dashboard, and we've got that other message. And I know it's there because I saw it. And he wants a quote for fast delivery. Oops, wrong. Sorry. Scrolled down. That was not what I was supposed to do. Right here. It's very, very urgent. Okay, so here's an opportunity. So I say, if you really need this today rather than 24 hours, I have to charge 15 instead of 10 to move you to the top of the list. So I'm going to just go ahead and make a custom offer for him. Actually, let's see. I'm going to put this. I'm going to copy what I wrote up there and here, and then I'm going to say, like that. 97% of 15 words. I have to charge $15. It's, let's see. If you really need this today instead of 24 full hours. So now I am going to create a custom offer and just paste that in here. Call it, wait, not 45, 95. Oh shoot, did I say $45 before? That was a mistake. I need, you know what? I screwed that up. I really screwed that up. So I need to fix that. I just saw that I typed $45 instead of $95. And if you need it today and not just 24 hours, I have to charge $15 to move you to the top. So the total would be $110. Delivered by end of day today. If that works, I'll send the quote immediately. Okay. Sorry, that was a little cumbersome. Sorry you had to watch that, but that kind of stuff. Whoops, wait, what am I doing? No, stay where I am. Okay, so let's go back. See what's next. That we're waiting on. And then another job from my regular guy. A $50 job is a little bit bigger one. Let's go ahead and do it together, shall we? You can skip through or you can do whatever, but I'm going to go ahead and record the whole process because we're not broadcasting on Blab. We're learning. Okay. Okay, so now the script is up in front of me. I wish there was a quick and easy way to have the script, have you see the script, and there probably is at some point. Yeah, I'll figure that out at some point. All right, so let's just go. This is called How Banks Make Money. So let's go back over to Audition. How banks make money. You don't see that screen either. All right, here we go.
Ever wonder, how does the bank make money? Ha! The banks are not poor. Let's see. Ha. How does he want me to say ha? Let's see. That's weird. Okay. Ever wonder, how does the bank make money? The banks are not poor. After all, they hold everyone's money. Simply put, banks make money by holding your money and paying you an insignificant interest rate that is essentially zero. With all that money deposited in their vault, they in effect loan out the depositor's money, or should I say your money, to the credit card holders like you. You use the cards, receive the bill, and pay over time, with interest. With interest. Lots of interest. The rate is typically 9 to 35%, depending on the fine print, of course. Don't feel bad. Nobody reads the fine print. Okay, I know you already knew all that since it is fairly well known. But please hang on with me a bit while we dig deeper. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, there are 116 million households. According to usdebtclock.org, really? According to usdebtclock.org, there is $940 billion in credit card debt. That's almost $1 trillion. That means there's approximately $8,000 owed in credit card debt for every household. So, if there is $940 billion in credit card debt, and everyone pays the minimum payment every month, to the banks, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to calculate that banks haul in approximately $30 billion a month on minimum payments, and almost all of that $30 billion is interest alone. Add in the fact that banks now have you brainwashed regarding all, and add in the fact that banks now have you brainwashed. Add in the fact that banks now have you brainwashed regarding the almighty useless credit scores, which only tease you to get more credit cards, so that banks can continue collecting more and more minimum payments from you for the rest of your life, probably. Wait, there's more. Every time you swipe your card, did you know that the hardworking merchant must pay their bank between 2% and 4% of the total amount you charged, and sometimes higher? Think about it. How many zillions of dollars of debt and credit card transactions occur How many zillions of dollars of debit and credit card transactions occur every second in all 50 states? Do the math, provided that your calculator can show 13 or more digits, and you will see the banks charge the merchants over $28 billion in fees on that $940 billion. Wow! Credit cards are a beautiful business for the bank. Who was the genius who thought of creating a system to trap customers into making payments for the rest of their life, plus collecting billions from the merchants? Collecting fees on both sides of the transaction. It's an economic gusher for the banks, every day. Now you know why every city in America has the name of a financial institution on top of almost every major building. The banks want to say thank you for making them wealthy. Think about it. The banks want to say thank you for making them wealthy. Think about that. So, have you reached your tipping point? Want to do something about it? Call us. Our job is to blow up your credit card debt. Here's an example of our results. That is what we do. We are Vantage Acceptance. Well, they have a little bit of an attitude. Clear opinions about credit card. Ever wonder... But actually, I thought that was pretty good. Definitely makes the point, don't you think? With interest. Lots of interest. With interest. Okay, is doing the editing, as you know, looking for the claps. And again, you can see you can see that this pattern here looks just like this pattern here. So I know that this is the one to be removed. So I don't even have to listen to it. It looks like that's it again. According to usdebtclock.org, there is $940 billion. And this all looks is the same, see? So after a while, you get fairly quick with it. Let's see what's happening here. And almost all of that, 30 bills, and almost all of that, yeah, okay. All right. Yep.
And this, let's see what's going on here.
So that banks can continue, which only tease you to get more credit cards, so that banks can continue to minimum payment.
All right. So I think now I'm going to go back and I'm going to re-record that ha, because now I think he really literally means ha, like that. And I think with the attitude with the rest of it, that would probably work. So I'm going to go back up, and what I do when I tack things on like that, I just go to the end of the file, make sure I'm at the end, hit record, and go.
Ha! The banks are not poor. After all, they hold everyone's money.
All right. And I'm just going to cut that and go down here.
The banks are not poor.
Yeah, so much different. And that ha is so loud, I want to bring it down just a little, and I can just select it and then use this little dial here to bring down just that part. So let's see how that all sounds edited together.
How does the bank make money? Ha!
All right, there's a little bit too much of a space.
Make money. Ha! The banks are not poor.
Okay. I'm going to start with that. Let's see what this is here. Just make sure.
Wow.
Not a clap. Okay, good. All right. Run the normalize. Run the noise reduction, all of what you can't see. Go on over to Fiverr. Go on over to Fiverr. There we go. And deliver. Oh, wait. Sorry. Over here on Audition, I didn't save it. So let me do that real quick. How banks make money. Save, and then it appears here. Upload, how banks make money, and oh wait, no, sorry, I did that twice. And if you're happy, please close. Boom. Now let's see where we are on the old list. Another message. Oh, probably from that guy. Let's go find out. Send me the quote. I agree. Okay, great. He's obviously like going crazy. So here we go. Create the offer. I'm just going to quickly go 917 word VO delivered today. $110. Whoops. 110. Boom. He is going to jump on that. And what's going on with this guy again? Yeah, so he hasn't responded yet, so I don't know what to do with that particular job. So let's go back to this guy's message where the script is, who is about to order. It is, I got to load earlier messages. Oh, that's right, Mexican Navy. So, because I had already started to fix... Yeah, so this is going to be an interesting one because, and I wish I could show you the script. Well, let me just. Nah, I'm not going to do it right now. But this is the one where I think I had to have them redo it. So I know already there's some misspellings. There's probably some typos. There may be some grammar issues. So this is kind of a challenging. This is challenging. 917 words, fairly long. 95. I'll go ahead and do it. You can watch if you want to. There might be some learning here. Don't know. Mexican Navy. And it may be what we learn is it's still not ready, and I have to say, look, guys, I'm sorry. But, you know, I hope not, because they clearly need it really badly. Let me go on over to Audition.
The Mexican Navy, in alignment with the Mexico in Peace program, is pursuing...
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
The Mexican Navy, in alignment with the Mexico in Peace program, is pursuing the goal of guaranteeing national security by strengthening the armed forces with infrastructure, state-of-the-art technology, and modernization of portable and semi-portable weapons. Conceptualized and constructed in less than a year, it has the most advanced technology to efficiently complete each one of its functions, always based on a cost-benefit analysis. We are proud to introduce the Center of Weapon Modernization and Development of the Navy of Mexico, which has the specific mission of revamping and modernizing which has the specific mission of revamping and modernizing minor weapons with state-of-the-art technology, as well as the manufacturing of parts as required. It is conformed of 5,000 square meters of perimetral. It is conformed of 5,000 square meters of perimetral construction, which are conformed of 2,115 square meters industrial buildings and 1,360 square meters of offices and administrative areas. It is operated by 27 specialized gunsmiths, 10 ballistics experts, and a staff of 22 people for administration and other services. The center has capability to revamp 200 weapons a day, 1,000 a week, and 4,000 a month, with the production of 73,000 weapons a year. With this center, we can optimize 68,000 portable weapons with techniques of revamping and assembly, increasing their useful life without the need of buying full equipment with significant savings. In addition, it is equipped with the most advanced technology to keep a detailed track of weapons and obtaining ballistics fingerprints. All right, so I'm going to have to come back to this. Semodarm. I'm just making sure he's got a pronunciation for it way later in here. Semodarm. All right, so I'm going to say Semodarm. Boy, that's a lot longer than I thought. Okay. Semodarm operates through different production lines, working always in a mirror mode to avoid bottlenecks and allow to a higher production. Whatever. The process starts with registration. We have an effective storage and protection system for 1,600 weapons. The user delivers the weapon to the technician, who will obtain the weapon's information. The weapon is placed in the registration table and the user is placed behind it. With the help of a robotic arm, photos of the weapon and the user are taken, as well as the user's fingerprints and signature. As a result, a confidential barcode is printed. With this, it is ensured that the owner of the weapon will only be known in the system. The user and weapon data is backed up in the database. The original weapon passes to a disassembly process, where the physical condition of the parts are validated, providing accurate statistical information on the use of the weapons in different units. After disassembly, obsolete parts are discarded and destroyed. Parts to be revamped start a maintenance phase, where they are cleaned manually in a degreasing solution and put in an oven that evaporates all contaminants. Then they pass to the sandblast station, where, with the help of silica sand and compressed air, the previous paint or special finishes are removed. Now, the parts in their original condition pass to the Cerakote. process, a ceramic paint with a catalyst that provides a finish much more resistant than the original browning. After application of the Cerakote, After the application of Cerakote, the parts go into a second oven for final drying to achieve the maximum hardness level. After completion of the maintenance process, the parts go to the revamping line. Each arm is equipped with a last-generation Sig Sauer 516 kit, optical sight, a 6-position breech, and a segmented vertical handle. The result? A modern and effective weapon that increases the useful life of current weaponry. After revamping the weapon, the recovery of ballistic elements starts. For that, we have 2 RDX shooting chambers which, by means of a special formula ballistic gel, reduce the speed of the bullet to 0 within a 2-meter span. The bullet is recovered in ideal conditions for analysis. 3 shots are made in the RDX shooting chamber, and both the bullets and cartridges are stored in our special containers to prevent friction. A security seal is printed with the barcode corresponding to the user and weapon database. Both the bullets and cartridges in optimal conditions are taken to the Ballistic Fingerprint Center, which is operated by specialized experts and consists of 3 processes: a brass trap machine that microscopically scans the cartridges for analysis, and the bullet trap machine that creates a 3D topographic model of the bullet, extracting the ballistic fingerprint with unprecedented accuracy. Information from the bullet and cartridge are matched to the Information from the bullet and cartridge are matched in the match point, an analysis station that allows the expert to compare and analyze ballistic fingerprints with the highest precision available in the market. All this information is added to the initial database. Assigned to each user and weapon. With the revamped weapon and its ballistic fingerprint, performance tests are made. For that, we have 2 shooting ranges with an automatic 25-meter rail and real-time monitoring with 2 high-resolution cameras. In addition, there is a last-generation bullet trap built with ballistic steel and acoustic insulation. This is where the fire tests are made in real environment. Checking the proper performance of the revamped weapon. Then, the weapon goes to the final inspection and packaging process. The experts clean the weapon and pack it along with the accessories and manuals. They check all quality controls and validate, by using the barcode, that the weapon is ready for delivery. Once packed and ready, weapons go to protection in the warehouse, where they will be delivered to the end user. The investment cost will be recovered in a period of 6 years from the moment Semodarm starts operations. This project is an example of the actions that the Mexican Navy consolidates every day. This project is an example of the actions that the Mexican Navy consolidates every day for the creation of a prosperous and peaceful Mexico in favor of the country, its institutions, and its citizens. Okay, so that was a lot, and it's not perfect. I know it's not, and the grammar isn't right, and there's a bunch of mistakes in there. But they're clearly in a rush. So I'm going to edit this, and then I'm going to send it to them with the notes that, look, this wasn't fully proofread. There's still some issues, but because of your speed, we clearly didn't have time to go back and forth. Hopefully you can use this as it is. That's what I'll say. The Mexican Navy. Let me make sure that's the beginning. It is. All right, try and get through this as quickly as I can. Now let's see what's going on here. Which has the specific mission of modernizing minor weapons with state-of-the-art, as well as the manufacturing of parts as required. Okay. It is conformed of 5 square meters of parametric construction, which are conformed of 2,000 without the need of buying increasing their useful life without the need of buying full equipment, with significant. Let's see how that works. Their useful life without the need of. That was a little bit. Is this without? Yeah, that was a little close, and I cut off the F in life. So now let's see. Useful life without the need of buying full equipment, with significant savings. In addition, it is equipped with the most advanced technology. A little something about editing. And this is going to be a hidden gem for any of you who are watching. Actually, I say it's going to be a gem, but I don't know that. The process starts with registration. In addition, it is equipped with this center. We can optimize 6 Semodarm operations. Oh, that I remember. It actually starts here. The process starts with working always in a mirror mode to avoid bottlenecks and allow to a higher production. Yeah, see, storage and protection clearly allow to a higher production. No, I know what they meant. Something about allow higher production, like not to a, but whatever. They wrote that. As well as the user's fingerprints, and they're in a hurry. As a result, a confidential barcode is printed. With this, and they're rushing it is ensured that the owner of the weapon will. Normally, I would definitely take the time to go back and forth. Then they pass to the sandblast. Because this will come back to me. I mean, I will eventually most likely have to redo this. If not today, then sometime when somebody catches it. The parts in the original condition pass to the Cerakote process. And I'll say all that. A ceramic. After the application of Cerakote, after the parts go into a second oven for final drying to achieve the maximum hardness level, are stored in our special, and both the bullets and cartridges are stored. Okay. Yeah, so I started to say something about editing. You know, you're really going to you're going to want to spend some time doing this, practicing editing, trying to see how surgical you can be with taking out words. Now, like you just saw me take, I've taken out things like
it's like the smallest things and made words run together when, the easier thing would have been just to, well, I say that. How about this? The more time consuming but surefire way to do it is to re-record the entire line you need to take a word out of or whatever. But, if you don't want to do that again, and you can edit out, it just sometimes takes precision. I mean, you can see that you can scroll way, way into a waveform. I mean, little tiny, down to the, So you can take out a lot, but some of it, if you run one word into the other and all of that, it's not always going to work. But sometimes, then it's amazing what you can do.
This is where the fire tester made weapon. Then the weapon checking the proper performance of the revamp,
Almost done.
From the moment Semodarm starts operations. From the moment.
Yeah, let's see. Hopefully here.
Shears from the moment.
Yeah, that's yucky.
From the moment.
See, that was kind of close, and probably shouldn't have done it that way. Let's see how that sounds.
Cost will be recovered in a period of 6 years from the moment Semodarm starts operations.
Okay, that's
this project is an example of the actions that the Mexican Navy consolidates every day.
Okay, that's it. I believe this. What's this one here? Nope, that's just a little spike. All right, we're good. So now you know the drill. We normalize, and we noise reduce, which on these longer files can take a little bit of time. And then I'll save it, and let's, in the meantime, while that's happening, no, I won't move from here. Let me go over to Fiverr. I'm going to go ahead and save this file out over here in Audition. Mexican Navy, and now I'll come over here and... Oh, wait, it's not here. It's on this page.
Oh, he hasn't ordered it yet. What's he waiting for?
I'm going to type it. I'm going to say, folks, I've got this ready to deliver. You just need to accept the offer. Please know there are still grammatical issues with this script, but you clearly don't have time to do any more editing based on how you're talking. So let's hope what I've done will work for you. But you will need to accept the offer before I can deliver. All right, boom. And then this guy just vanished on me. And now he needs this tomorrow. And this is the whole entire sentence. Yeah. I just don't know. I just don't know what he's referring to. This is supposed to be dropped into another script, and I would have to do some research to see exactly what I could do. You know what? I'll show you how to do that. Let's just do it. All right, so I recognize him as a user. Normally, you could click right here where it says My History, and it would show you all the jobs you've done with him, and you could easily just go right to it. And then I could see the script he delivered and the whole thing. This has been broken for quite a while, so now you have to do it sort of manually. So I'm going to go to Selling, and I'm going to Manage Sales, and I'm going to go to probably Completed, I think. And I'm just going to scroll down a little bit, a few pages, to see if I can find his name. There it is, right there. So I'm just clicking on this, and I want to make sure this is the right script, because it may not be. I'm going to look. Let's see. I'm looking. There it is. Okay, so the file was called Ascension. Now I remember. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to load that file, Ascension, so I can hear how I read it, and then find that space in the script, which is, you can't tell, but it's like in the last couple of paragraphs, so way down here.
At all primary schools. At Ascension Parish Public Schools, we are seeking every opportunity to make investments that create improvements, stronger students, better graduates, and an even stronger...
That's not right. I thought I was at the bottom of the script, but I'm not. So really, it's much further up. Let's see. All right, so I'm looking for at the same time over here.
Strong community. Together, in Ascension, we and kept our promises to improve our facilities. Better lighting and comfort, greater wireless and electrical capacity, cleaner, safer building, and this year, our high school students ranked number 1 in Louisiana for end-of-course passage rates. These statistics are even more astounding when we have built new schools and expanded existing facilities. We have transformed our oldest schools and kept our promises to... At the same time, Ascension Public Schools is constructing 3 new freshman academies.
So what I'm doing is I'm marking where this is, because this is the whole section I'm going to reread and replace.
At the same time, Ascension Public Schools is constructing 3 new freshman academy facilities at East Ascension, Dutchtown, and St. Armand High Schools. Each new facility will house 600 incoming 9th graders.
All right, so really, I just need... here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen again. We listened to it earlier of what he wants me to say.
Dutchtown and Sanoma High Schools.
Sanoma.
Dutchtown and Sanoma High Schools.
So let's see how that sounds right here.
3 new freshman academy facilities at East Ascension, Dutchtown, and St. Armand High Schools.
So really right here is where I need it. Dutchtown and Sanoma High Schools. Dutchtown and Sanoma High Schools. Right?
Dutchtown and Sanoma High Schools.
Is that correct? Is that what I'm supposed to say? Let's copy it and we'll find out. Go back up here.
Dutchtown and St. Armand High Schools.
Okay, good. So I'm just going to paste it here. Oh, I need to run the, when I do that, I need to run the noise filter on it, so.
Ascension, Dutchtown, and Sanoma High Schools.
Let's listen to the whole thing.
Each new 3 new freshman academy facilities at East Ascension, Dutchtown, and Sanoma High Schools. Each new facility will house 600.
All right, that's it. So what I'm going to do is save this out as version 2. Just tap a 2 on there. And go back here and deliver with a note. Let me see if he... Yeah, okay, no big deal. All right, so I'm going to attach it. And I'm going to say, found the original file and replaced the line in question. All right. And... ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have an update here. Oh, the guy ordered, so now I can, well, he did order. But now I need to remind him. I got a quick response just for this, and it is send script with order. Because when you do a custom order, when you create a custom order, they should not have to submit the script. It's supposed to just show up on your timeline anyway. Every now and then, it doesn't happen, like just then. So I'm having him submit it again, just so we can delay this a little bit longer, draw this thing out a little bit longer. So as soon as he does that, I'm ready to deliver, and we'll wrap it up. I'll wrap this up now. So I hope that was helpful. Maybe there was a couple of things. Oh, he just submitted it. So let's just click here and deliver Mexican Navy and Happy Peace, close. Boom. Okay, now we're done. All right, so I hope you learned something a little bit maybe about the editing process or just, anything. Maybe there was something you gleaned from that. Maybe it's about how to read some certain things. I don't know navigating Fiverr. Anyway, I just wanted to make this available to you as a resource because this is exactly how I do it every single day, and it's working for me. So I will see you guys in the funny papers, whatever that means.